Hey guys, it's Matt with Disney Pins blog, and today I want to show you a piece of my Disney pin collection. And in this video I want to show you all of my Marvel, as you can see here, Star Wars, and kind of my random selection. I think every pin trader has. It's kind of like they don't really follow anything, but they're just a random page in your book. So here's the first pin. I'm going to show you all my Star Wars, my Marvel pins first. I don't have a lot of them, but so yeah, here's all my Marvel. There's the A. Once they first started releasing Marvel pins, this was like one of the first ones they came out with, and so I really like the Avengers A. It's really nice, and so definitely to kick off this book. And next we have these. This was a booster pack, and it's just the Avengers, and you have Iron Man and Captain America and Hulk, Thor, Hawkeye, and Nick Fury. And it was just like I said, it was a booster pack, and I think it was shortly when all the new Marvel pins were released. I think it's really nice to have these pins kind of symbolizing the Avengers, definitely with the A next to it. I'm really a big Avengers fan, so I like them, anything involving when the whole team is together. This one I actually found on a cast member lanyard with the Marvel TV show Agent Carter that was on ABC. It's canceled now, and I really did like the show. And I just thought it was odd that it was a Disney pin and it was on a cast member lanyard. So you know what? Let me just pick it up and just for a little remembrance of the TV show when it was on air. This pin this came out in 2015. This is when the movie came out, Avengers: Age of Ultron, and it's a really nice pin. I think it's a limited edition of 1,500, and I got one of the last ones found at the Contemporary, and I really do like this movie. I was really happy to get this pin once it was out. Next, we have like these cutesy style Marvel pins. They came in a mystery set, 5 in a pack. I believe it was like $26, and you get 5 pins in it. And they showcase all different Marvel characters. As you can see, you have Iron Man. I kind of lined them up to the characters up on the top. So you have Captain America, Thor, or Hulk, Thor, Hawkeye, Nick Fury, and then we have Black Widow here. And then there's all those like the main Avengers. And then what was really nice is they also showcase other characters too, like Spider-Man and Daredevil and Falcon. And I think he was the only villain in there, which is Venom. This is Captain Marvel, and I believe I'm still missing, I think 2 to 3. I think there's She-Hulk in there, and there's one more I believe I'm missing. So I'm almost done with that collection. This is Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy, very similar to that pin over there. It was really random to see this pin on a cast member. I decided, you know what, let me grow my Marvel collection and add Drax to the team there. So those are all of my Marvel pins. There's not a lot. I know there's not a lot, so it's just continually growing very slowly. So I'm going to move over to my Star Wars pin. This is probably my favorite Star Wars pin. It's an open edition. I've seen this on t-shirts and a whole bunch of merchandise, but I think it's really funny. And it says, "Judge me by my size, do you?" And he's holding a Mickey ears, and he's having his hat, and he can't ride the ride, and I'm pretty sure he's going to find his way to get on whatever ride he's trying to get on. So I think it's pretty funny. This pin, Star Wars Force Awakens in theaters, when they did the very last Star Wars weekends, they were doing a pin, and probably one of the first merchandise we have seen for this at Disney parks. And it was just a way, and I believe it was like Force for Change charity, and if you bought the pin, most of the proceeds would go to charity. So I wanted to contribute to that charity as well as get the first pin for Star Wars Force Awakens, and I think it's pretty cool. This pin is actually a cast member exclusive. I had a friend of mine who was a cast member acquire this pin for me. I know there were several cast member pins, but this one is just Darth Vader, the Sith Lord, and if I've ever seen that cast member walking around, I would not want to mess with him. This pin came out on, I think it was the Force Awakens merchandise day, and this was, I was waiting in line to check out all the merchandise over at Disney Springs, and this is one of the first pins that they came out with, and I wanted to just have a piece of that memory. At the time, no one knew what BB-8 was, and so now everyone knows who he is, and I think it was a good buy at the end of the day. These are the Valmations. I don't have much of the Valmations. I do like them when they symbolizing characters that I do like, so in this case it's Star Wars. So we have Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Yoda, and Chewie. And but I know there's a lot more, so I got to keep finding them for that collection. And then last one, the Star Wars. It's, I think, the Rebel Alliance symbol, and I think I found this on a cast member again. And I thought it was really nice, just to like this is what Star Wars is almost, and so I like that. And so yeah, those are all my Star Wars pins. As you can see in the bottom here, oh no, I have one more. This is the hidden. This is I think it's an open edition that you can probably buy these. I think I found this on cast member lanyard. It's just Mickey being a really cool Jedi, and he has his lightsaber, and he's ready to. You don't want to mess with Mickey when he's holding that lightsaber. So now I have a really nice. I really do like Perry. Perry's I thought he's really cool. You know, he's pretty. Um, He's like chill at during the day, but he has a secret identity, but he's literally doing nothing because he's a platypus. And I do like how they play upon that, and so I'm a pretty big Perry fan, but there's not a lot of Perry pins out there, so I'll do my best. So we have Phineas and Ferb. This was a logo pin. You see Perry down on the bottom there. And then we have Perry in action. I believe I bought this pin. It was also an open edition. This pin was part of a set, and I believe you have different characters in these Hidden Mickey hats, and so that's the Perry one. I believe this came in a with a lanyard series. It's called Where is Perry, and so this is one of the pins. This is the Perry's not in this one, but it's with Phineas and Ferb, and you don't see a lot of Phineas and Ferbs out there, at least not now anyway. And I believe these three. I think this pin came with the. I think these pins were together, and then these pins came in a mystery set. Most of them showcased Dr. Doofenshmirtz. I just one of the ones with Perry. I believe there were three, so I'm still missing one more that just showcased Perry. And I believe this was in promotion of the detective game around Epcot, and so you're kind of going around different places in Epcot playing the Perry game. So that was the first page. It's kind of a mix of all over with Marvel and Star Wars and Perry, and I don't really have much of all the pins in these series, but I mean it's a startup collection, so I'm very looking forward to continue growing every one of these collections. And so the next and last page is kind of a random. So here's the card from the Avengers. I like to keep the cards on some of them, but I just took them out so I can add it to my book. So this is more of my random collection piece here. Some of them are incomplete Hidden Mickeys, others are just they didn't really fit anywhere. So I'll kind of go here, kind of start them off this page here. You have Disney pin trading, a really unique Disney pin there, and these two flags are actually seen at the Ticket and Transportation Center, and they're just flags. So if you haven't noticed these flags, go check them out. I think they're really cool. I think Ticket and Transportation Center is a place that you have to go to before you enter the Magic, and so that's why I like to have those pins as kind of like a gateway almost. I thought this pin was really cool. You have Sorcerer Mickey kind of controlling all of the different parks at Walt Disney World. This right here was, I think, part of a lanyard mystery. Not a mystery, it was like a booster set, and you had all the characters kind of running into the new style that they were going for, this new design that kind of was all over Disney parks. And so this is with Mickey kind of running into Magic Kingdom. I think it's a really nice pin. I like to collect all of them, but I don't want to spend the money on the set, so I've been finding here and there the pieces of it. This was La Nuba, the Cirque du Soleil show. I have not seen it, but when I saw the pin on a cast member, I didn't want to take it up because eventually I would see the show, and then I would have that memory to see, have that memory with the pin. I wasn't here for this, but the Millionaire show that was at, I believe, Hollywood Studios, and you can actually play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I believe if you won, you have you won annual passes or something instead of $1 million. But I thought it was really cool and unique and pretty old school, and so I found this pin and I kept it to keep in my collection. I believe this pin is also part of a lanyard booster set, and yeah, I really do like how Mickey is in his tourist costume. He has his sandals on, a camera, Mickey ears, and he's taking a photo behind the castle. That's typically we've all done this at one point in time. Here we have the kind of like the all four parks and different pins. You have Epcot, Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and I really wanted to collect the hats since the hat is now down. And so I always did like the hat. I was very disappointed when they did go down. So just to have that pin to remember myself of that hat. Next we have Soaring and Everest, one of my two favorite attractions. I do like these two attractions. I like how the Soaring pin is very unique and it has a badge, and I do like how Everest is like I conquered Everest. I thought that was pretty funny. Here we have the Rock and Roller Coaster at Hollywood Studios. Again, I really like this pin because it looks like it's a guitar pick with also the Rock and Roller Coaster sign. So it's really cool. Another great ride at Hollywood Studios. This pin was part of I think it was 4 pins and also with a lanyard. And I really do like this collection because, well, I didn't like most of the sets, but I really like this pin. Even though it does say 2015, I think I like what Pluto's doing because I see a lot of people try to hold the ball, and I think that's pretty unique that he's trying to photo and trying to hold the ball as well. And he's also wearing a t-shirt that I actually own, and it's the Buzz Lightyear t-shirt. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm like, I need to get this pin. It's pretty unique. This was a Valmation short film, and I've never seen it, but I always like just a Valmation with the white with the plain bow tie. I feel like it says a lot about a character. And one day I would like to see this short film and see what it's about. And but I do like the bow tie. Next we have Stitch and Figment. I think this is a really unique two pins here. I think it looks like Stitch is flying one of his spaceship. Looks like he's stealing it. I think it has a really nice design here. And then he had just a Figment pin. And I know there's a lot of Figment pins, but this is kind of like a simple one. I do like just sometimes simplicity is good to me. Next we have the Animation Academy. Even though I've never been to Disney Quest, but I have done Animation Academy over at Hollywood Studios before they taken that down. And I was really sad to see it go. So even though this is for Disney Quest, it still reminds me of the good times I had drawing at Hollywood Studios. These next two pins, again, like I said earlier, I like the Genie pin. The Genie pin is like a remembrance of Robin Williams, and so you don't see a lot of Genie pins, so I was happy to get that. And then if anyone's seen the cartoon Kim Possible, you had Rufus the Naked Mole Rat, and he's part of one of the hidden Mickeys, and I thought it was really cool to see that, and just a good memory of a really good TV show when I used to watch as a kid. Next, I have a really small Hercules collection here. You have Hercules, Hades, Pain and Panic, and then you have them again. And it's really small, but I do like Hercules, and I feel like, you know, it's a movie that gets underrated all the time. And every time I see a Hercules pin, I try to pick it up. So I'd say I'm a small Hercules completer here. And then these three, so as part of, even though this is part of the Hercules, this is also part of another set. I believe it was also a lanyard. You had all these villains with their sidekicks next to it, and I just kept finding these on lanyards. So maybe one day I might complete the whole thing. But I do like Scar and his little goons, and then Ursula with her looks like electric sea eels. This is part of a Hidden Mickey series. I believe it's a from Disneyland, and it's just them like kind of going through the jungle. I think it's really cool and unique, and I know I know Goofy and Pluto are one, so I'm slowly collecting those. I think this is really cool. If I want to have breakfast at Magic Kingdom, you know that these are waffles or pancakes, and they're really good, and I like that the nice touch with the butter there. I think this is really funny. I know this is also a Hidden Mickey set. It's pretty old. I think I have one for now, as you can see here, and it's just like Chip and Dale just eating or it looks like stealing Mickey ears. I think it's really funny. I believe they have other ones eating famous Disney foods. So this is next one is incomplete Hidden Mickey series. Duffy, and he's doing different moves, and Duffy's really hard to find. They don't have a lot of pins for Duffy. They have a lot of Hidden Mickey pins, but like I like this because like he's like in full head to toe, and other ones they just have his head. So I'm looking forward to completing that. Here we have look like silhouettes of the classic characters. I don't know what about it. I think it's really simple, and I do like it. And so I'm waiting to complete that collection as well. Here's a Disney bus. I think it's really cool. It looks like what it used to be back in the day. It says happiest celebration on earth. I don't really know too much about this pin, but I do like how that's a Disney bus, and I take Disney transportation all the time. This pin right here, it's like a Mickey, like I like to call like a Mickey puffball, like a really fat Mickey. I thought it was really funny looking, so I picked it up, and it reminds me of good times with my friends when I got this pin because they wanted me to get that pin, so that's what I did. I'm a pretty good fan of Pirates of the Caribbean. I know this is a Hidden Mickey series. I only have one, and I know this is exclusively for Disneyland, so I was able to get one for now, and so yeah, so I'm continuing that collection as well. And these are the license plates. I have a few. They see Toy Story Mania, Space Mountain, Everest, Haunted Mansion, and I believe that's Mission Space. And yeah, I really do like this. They're really hard to come by, so that's an ever-growing collection that I have. And the last one's kind of like a Mickey ghost. I feel like that this is very typical that, you know, Mickey would dress up as a ghost and you see the ears popping out and look at the sugar tree. I don't know, I think it's a fun pin and I do really like it. So these are my Marvel, these are my my random collection. And so yeah, so thank you for, hope you guys enjoyed my pin collection. Stay tuned for more videos of my collection, and I'll check you guys next time. See ya.